Hey folks, this will be the beginning of, I'm not quite sure how long the videos will be for the next 2 days when I'm filming, but a quick introduction to what I was going to do is our Fish and Game Club has this wood lot as you see here. This is one of the logging roads. We have two that go back into our forest. This one obviously goes that way, one down below in the valley there. They split right at the end of my fingers, right down there. And going back up this way, you cross the creek up to our clubhouse and our range. And I'll show you that later. And we have already put out almost all of our targets. We'll finish doing the rest around 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. These ones are set in the woods. The other ones are set further down by the clubhouse. And those will be in full view by the old road there. And what we've got here, this is leg one. People start on this side. Let me raise this up a little bit. And they'll go down, they'll go up and around until they come to length 2. 20 targets, 20 targets. So there's two sides to this. Each logging road has its own set of targets. 40 in total. Each shooter gets one shot at each post. The posts are divided. Red stake, I know the camera's going to be tough, but I'll try to get them. A red stake, a yellow stake, and up in front of that a blue. The blue is juniors. The yellow is traditional and women's if they choose to shoot at that post. And this is modern. Now, a traditional archer can shoot as far as he wants, but as you know, sometimes the range ain't that great. So looking at this shot here, this is actually post number 3. You can see a feeding deer. That's the whitetail target. So now I'll walk up on this one. I won't have enough film to do this for all of them, so I'm kind of going to show you some of these. And I'll take a bunch of stills and videos randomly, so keep watching through the video for other things. And I'll try to do more of the, we have a lot of the same size, medium deer, large deer, but we have a lot of other kinds of animals too. Now this one here is just a feeding doe. And this particular one, we've turned its head looking away, so it's not a completely realistic shot, but very plausible, yes. You can see the, maybe you can't, it's a pointed system, and we'll get into that later. Like I said, they get one arrow per shot and go around the deer. It's not flat or anything. This is a life-size 3D foam deer. So if somebody was to be walking in the woods and taking a quick glance, they might not even know it's fake. So this is one of the shots. I'm going to walk up the trail a little bit and show you a couple more and then take some stills. Okay, I'm standing at the red stake, which would be like a modern bow station. And you can see on the camera, this one's a roosting turkey. And if I walk up on it, you'll see this particular shot is what we call the breast shot of the turkey. So you want to put the arrow right between the breasts if possible. You can hear some people coming up our logging road now. We're doing a lot of work here today, so it'll be a bit noisy. And then you can see that one. This is shot number 5, coming up the one leg. And if you can see, this is a buck, whitetail buck for you guys overseas. And I'll walk up on this one. We put antlers on some of them, give the boys some buck fever. And this is a large deer. Check it out. We'll have to set his neck a little better in the morning. But you get the idea. So, shooter would be at this tree right here. One shot. So, let me find some more abstract ones. This is shot 6 on the first leg. I always like this one. I think it's very interesting. You can't see it. They're coming up on it. It's a bedding deer. So this would be a shot you would take. The deer was, bedding down. Come up on it. You notice the off color of the center. We actually had to replace this. This happens on a couple of them. As the foam gets shot out so much after so many shoots, you got to replace them. And even the same company doesn't always make the color tone the same. But, yeah, there's that one. Okay, this is shot, uh-oh. Which one is it? Oh, the marker's on the other side of the bridge there. You can see it. This is a coyote. And I'll walk up on it. This is right in the middle of one of our cedar stands. It's one of my favorite places in our piece of forest here. Here's the junior's marker. This is only about, I don't know, 15 yards at best. Come up on this one. This is a coyote looking away. So he's looking down through the swamp. This is one of our older targets, so he's in need of replacing eventually. But you see some of the paint begins to come off in these wet conditions. If you notice something, if you miss, your arrow is 9 times out of 10 gone, unless you stick it to a tree and it's salvageable. Usually not, but if you shoot it through there, it'll go right into the swamp and you'll miss it. And actually, if I walk down there, you can always find arrows. We have several shots just like this. If you're a real amateur, maybe these kind of shoots aren't the best thing for you, because it can get expensive. Not only your $10 to do the shoot and compete, but you can easily lose, $50, $60 worth of arrows if you don't make them yourself. So I'll show you a few more of those shots shortly. Okay, I'm at shot 12 on the first leg, and you see there's a knoll right in front of this target. So you're actually shooting, just skimming the hill and shooting into a javelina. And this is a difficulty shot. And once again, probably not a shoot you want to be at if you're not familiar with shooting. Coming up on this one. This is another one. Should you miss, you'll lose your arrow to the swamp. So it's one you want to take your time with. And there's even an obstruction on this one, an old cedar that's obviously not there anymore. So that's what that looks like. All right, here's another buck, guys. I'm actually coming up behind this target, looking down the path of the chute here. You can see this one. A nice little rack we put on this one. And the racks are interchangeable. We can take it off. It can be a doe. There's slots for them. We make them buck. So, and we can face them both ways, which is nice. And we do change up the target. So try to do 2 shoots a month. They're always not the same, which is a nice change for the people who show up regularly. Okay, guys, another unique thing we do with our shoots is we give you tree stand shots. For those of you that like to get up in trees and do your hunting that way, which most bow guys do. Of course, it has to be somewhat user-friendly, so we can't have them scaling trees. We have to provide a step and all that stuff. But I shoot from here, up top there, shooting down onto that bear. And juniors have to shoot from the blue stake here. It's a little closer. This is one of our meadows. And also, too, we maintain in the summers, I know the camera's going to have a hard time picking up, we have foam-backed painted target right there for people that want to walk our forest and do some extra shoots, and all that stuff gets pulled by winter. But there's the bear there. He's a little two-toned, once again, from having to replace the centers and the outsides wearing out, but it's in really good shape, actually. This is one of our nicer ones. Give a look at him. Okay, another thing I want to show you. This is another one of our meadows up in the forest. I'm right at the edge of it, actually, and we have a lean-to that was built by us. It's been there for some time, as you can see. This is also one of the meadows that we let the Boy Scouts use from the local area. They hold their meetings at our clubhouse, and they do their campouts up here in the forest. And this is the lean-to. They do have to keep it clean and maintain it. As you can see, they haven't camped out here yet this year, as the grass and the fireplace are right in front of me. This is the midway point between leg 1 and leg 2 of the shoots, so they've done about 20 shots, and I haven't done them all, of course, so I don't have that much video space. But this one here, off the side of this meadow, is a mule deer. Hopefully some of you U.S. guys will recognize these things. And it is a little bit different. This is a fairly newer target as well.